Hey guys, day 17 of the Calpocalypse. You can see by the sky it's not quite daylight yet. Couldn't sleep, kind of. Yeah, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning, I think, ish. Yeah. Anyways, going through watching some videos. We were sitting in the driveway yesterday getting ready for our weekend barbecue thing, and a drone flew overhead. I'm like, hi. So I don't think the guy saw, but I saw the video from it on YouTube. Link down in the description below if you want to check out the freeway project going on in my neighborhood here. You can see that. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like that guy's doing that. I want a drone, but I don't want to spend the money on a drone. Anyway, watch that. Watch a couple of videos. Watching Sticks. Link in the description for that too. Watching Sticks. Apparently worldwide we've hit 1.2 million cases. In a 24-hour period we jumped another 100,000 cases. Big deal. A lot of people a while back were going, there's only 18,000 cases worldwide and there's only like 399 deaths and blah 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 blah. Thing is even back then I was kind of running the numbers. I talked about that in the last couple of videos and showing them, hey, the numbers you're providing where you're saying this is nothing show this percentage. Well, now that there's 1.2 million people infected because this thing's spreading, and yeah, our numbers aren't perfect, but they are what they are. And with 65,000 deaths worldwide, and we don't even have the numbers from China really. You're looking at what, 5% mortality rate globally. I think Italy's a little skewed and off, but I think China is too. So, you're looking at probably 3-4% globally. Here stateside, we've been fortunate so far. We're only looking at like 1.8% of the numbers we're looking at. So Trump was right. It's going to be a rough couple of weeks. What's that got to do with what you're doing, John? Well, I thought today I would get the video out earlier. You don't want to have open beverage containers when you're doing vehicle maintenance. So what I'm doing, don't do. This is take 1 on this. This is take last on this. I'm not going to do it again. I put that over there where it's out of the way. And then put something over it. So, I kind of wanted to hit on vehicle maintenance as a topic in general. Oops, I got on my pants. This is lithium grease. I've had this can for 15 years. The same can. Ooh, you can hear the difference. That's nice. Wanted to kind of talk about vehicle maintenance. There's a third link in the description below for those of you of a tinfoil hat bent. Oh, look at all that waste. A lot of things going on in the world right now besides coronavirus. And it's kind of weird watching this. It's kind of weird watching all this stuff happen. This is video I'm talking about is the Timcast IRL video that I watched yesterday. A lot of other things going on in the world, and the news seems kind of focused myopically just on the one thing. They're asking all citizens come home. They're evacuating some embassies. Venezuela sunk one of their own ships trying to steal a cruise liner, and they sunk their own ship because the cruise liner they were trying to steal was it was an Arctic vessel. It had armor plating on the they rammed the bow of their ship into the side of it, couldn't puncture it, and ended up sinking their own ship, which is freaking hilarious, except for it's not. But it is. Oh. So you might be thinking, well, John, why are you talking about vehicle maintenance? Well, here's the thing. Most of us don't remember the gas shortages and the gas lines of the 70s, the Carter era. Most of us don't remember that. I was a baby, you know. Well, yeah, I was just a little kid. I don't remember it. It wasn't a concern for me. It wasn't really a concern for me. Something I had to worry about. And we seem to be having the opposite thing going on right now. There's too much fuel available worldwide. Problem with that is as they start slowing things down and going, oh, let's not make as much, you can have the opposite problem, right? So that's why I grabbed a couple extra tanks just in case. The vehicles that I'm rocking, a couple extra cans of gas go a really long way. But I'm bringing up vehicle maintenance because what you don't want to have happen is go into some kind of a crisis, you know, and have your vehicle go down on you. You might very well find yourself in need of jumping in a vehicle and crossing the country, you know? That could happen. That's kind of out there, and it probably won't happen. But I'll tell you what's more likely is they're making these parts for our cars in China and Mexico and stuff, and the borders are closed down. You might find yourself in a situation where you got to operate that vehicle just in a local setting for a really long time without proper maintenance. Something that I haven't done with this bike yet that I normally do, and I learned it from my grandfather, is all his cars, his motorcycle, he always had a spare set of brake pads, a spare filter, oil filter, air filter, oil, all that stuff. And the thing is he could go to the garage, and if they said, well, we can't get those parts, that's fine. They're in the trunk. You know? Now, I'm still 1,000 miles away from the service on this, right? But I'm coming up on the 1 year. Is that unreal? The video for this came out a year ago. You guys have watched 18,000 some views. That's amazing to me. I would never thought. But anyway, it's a really good idea while you're thinking about buying another box of bog rolls. It's a really good idea. God, that sounds nice. Doesn't it sound good? The chain quieted right up. Probably should have cleaned it a little bit better first. Anyway, I think having an extra set of filter and oil, having a full service for whatever vehicle it is you're operating, I think it's probably a really good idea. That's weird. There's still some in there that doesn't want to come out. So, vehicle maintenance, I think it's really important, especially with some of the stuff that's going on. You don't know where some of your components and parts are coming from. It might be a good idea to have a spare headlight bulb, turn signal bulbs, definitely an oil filter, oil, you know, the right kind of oil for your vehicle. The Pathfinder and the Prius both go in this month for their service, and I was talking to Mama about it yesterday, and I think we're going to schedule them a little early for that. Just because, let's get it done and get it out of the way, you know. You don't know what's going to happen next. This goes in for service. I'm going to actually get them to order 2 of everything. The gasket, I don't think we have to check this time. The valve clearances, I think that's on the next service. But I'll get that gasket because they're cheap. I'll get that gasket. I'll get an extra oil filter. So we're going to use 1 oil filter. Let's order 2. We're going to use an air filter. Let's order 2. Maybe order a tube for each tire. Don't need it right now, but get a puncture or something. It'd be nice to have an extra tube. Go down there, oh, we can't get tubes. They're made in Brazil or someplace, and the borders are shut down, right? Anyway, that's my message for today. I think a good kit, put it in a box up on the shelf in the garage, in the closet, wherever you're doing that stuff, and keep up on the maintenance. Keep the thing running. Spark plugs, that's another one. I sit down and make that list later. You don't need to listen to me come up with one. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff going on in the world right now, guys. And again, tinfoil hat. Whoop. Let's all take a few extra precautions and be careful. Make sure we're ready for, you know, whatever might happen. Tell you what's another good one is know the range of your vehicles. Whatever you might need to leave town or something. Oh, there's a tsunami coming, and it's going to wash up into town here in about 2 hours. If they give you a 2-hour warning, if they get an hour warning, can you throw enough stuff in your car to run for the hills? Miss Kitty, hi baby. She freaked out. Can you throw enough stuff in your car to run for the hills and camp out for a few days while the waters go back down? You know, it's the best way to avoid a tsunami. Don't be there. This little thing, you can't see this. This little thing fell off on the other side. Kind of made me sad. Anyway. That's my message for today, day 17 of the Calpocalypse. World's getting weird, guys. Maybe best to get a little weird with it. It's kind of weird to be out here as the sun's coming up. Usually I'm laying in bed going, well, I guess that about covers it. I'm gonna ride this thing up and down the street once and listen to that and see if I have to deal with any sling off. It looks like I got it pretty cleaned off. Ride it real slow. Then I gotta do laundry because I didn't do that yesterday. So wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, hope you guys staying safe. Keep it rolling. Yeah. Have a good one. Catch you on the next one.